Hey everybody, I'm back with my second video on building the Nova. Up to this point, I haven't actually done any work to it at all because I wanted to have the title in hand before I started doing any work to it. The car I actually bought, it did not have a VIN tag inside the door jamb to let us know what the VIN number of the car was, and it also did not have a title. This is going to worry a lot of folks naturally in that, nobody wants to buy a car without a VIN and a title. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, I approached it a little bit differently. The gentleman that I bought the car from was a classic car dealer in Alabama. He took the car to the DMV to go get the registration papers on it. And so what he did was take the car, they came outside and verified the VIN on the car. Now, how do you verify the VIN on a car that has no VIN tag? Well, the answer to that question is, if you look underneath the hood of the car, you've got your trim tag in there. The trim tag basically contains like the first half of your VIN number, and it tells you other things like, was it a V8 car, what color was it, that kind of stuff. And then if you look up underneath the driver's side front fender, you'll find stamped into the firewall the second half of the VIN. So you basically take those two halves, put them together, and you've got a whole VIN number. So at this point, after I got the vehicle from the Alabama dealer and in my possession, I had to get a VIN tag and I had to get a title to it. The way that I went about this is, number one, I got in touch with Joe at trimtags.com, basically sent him over some photos showing him the hidden VIN stamped into the firewall, into the firewall up under the fender, as well as the trim tag. And Joe actually made me a new trim tag for the vehicle, a new VIN tag for the vehicle. You can see it right there, exact recreation of the original that is missing on this car. So it's time to get a title for the car. Now you call out the sheriff's department. They come out, they have a look at the VIN stamped into the firewall as well as the VIN number shown on the trim tag. He gives you a document that you can see here, basically certifying that you do in fact have this car with this VIN number. And at that time, you can head right on down to the tag office and submit for the title on the car. And after I submitted the paperwork down at the DMV, a couple weeks later, here's my title. So there we have it. I bought a car with no VIN tag, no title. I got the new VIN tag, I got the title. All you really need to know is that the hidden facts are there, the VIN stamped into the firewall that you can't see, and then the partial VIN on the trim tag, and you can get a car titled. Just wanted to share this with you guys. I'm sure there's a lot of folks up there who've probably passed on cars that they'd like to buy because of issues like this, so I wanted everybody to know how I handled it. We appreciate you taking the time to watch. Next video coming you guys' way is the teardown of the old Nova. See you again soon.